Yeah, it's going down, man. It's Donnie Houston Podcast. I am Donnie Houston. Check it out, man. We got a special guest today. We're doing something a little different, man. You know what I mean? It's not a hip-hop guest. As a matter of fact, this is another content creator. You know what I mean? He has a channel that I go down a rabbit hole. I was going down a rabbit hole before, you know what I mean, before we met or even linked up or anything like that. But he has the Texas Prison Stories channel, you know what I'm saying, on YouTube, where he kind of just goes in and tells just real personal stories, you know what I'm saying, just his experiences and things he saw, you know what I mean, his time going in or whatever. But hey, man, Tim Snow, what's going down, bro?
Man, Donnie, I appreciate you having me here, brother. I ain't gonna lie, on my channel, I told everybody I'm almost 3 million views, brother, and I'm nervous as hell right here on your channel. Hands sweating. Look, I ain't lying, man. I can't believe it. I'm here with the great Donnie Houston, brother.
Man, it's all good. I appreciate you coming through, man. What's
I
going
thank you,
down,
man? Man, you got it, bro. Nice little drive up here. Tried to stop at the taco truck over there. They wanted me 10 minutes to order, so I'm hungry, but I'm gonna do this with you anyway. But I'm happy, man. Listen, I want all my people to come subscribe to you. Hopefully some of your people come subscribe to me. You know what I'm saying? Houston,
sure.
Galveston, we linking up, man. So we're here. I'm pretty much an open book for you, brother. Anything you want to talk about, anything. I started my channel maybe, I think, 15 months ago, something like that. I'm up to 20,000 subscribers. Really about 2.8 million views right now. I'm making a couple bucks on it. You know, honest to God, I didn't even know that I was gonna make a couple bucks on the channel, dog. I had no idea, but it is working. You know what I'm saying? I've got so many people that reached out to me and said I've been helping them with their life, and that was the actual goal when I started this. You know what I'm saying? I stood up, man, and said there's a lot of kids out here that have big brothers that lie to them like I did, or they don't have no big brothers, man, and they listening to this rap music. No disrespect to any rapper, but they listening to this rap music. A lot of it's fake, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them ain't living that life that they're rapping about, shit like that. And we just need a voice out here keeping it real, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm 3 times in, 40 years old now with my first kid. Love my baby girl, Ellie Rose. Shout out to her, you know what I mean? But life is a lot different right now. You know, some of my stories, family, about gang membership in prison, growing up like that, stuff like that. But at 40 right now, I'm just trying to teach these kids right, Donnie. And I'm glad it's working. They're listening. You know what I mean? So that's all it's about, bro.
Nah, for sure, man. Congratulations, man, on just the channel growth and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. I wanted to say one thing. I'm sorry. The day that I started my channel, somebody can Google this. Dr. Phil had an episode on his thing. And my baby mama, shout out to my baby mama, Christina, I love you. She told me, she said, baby, I watched Dr. Phil today. He said, nobody should try to start a YouTube channel. It don't work. And I say, baby, what? Because I told her I was thinking about it. I say, well, he's talking about for money, baby. I got a job. I'm doing it for fun and try to help people. And she said, that's why it's going to work then. And we started laughing. And you know what, fam? Honestly, I think it's working because a lot of times the people that want stuff the most don't get it. And this was something that I didn't actually mean to happen this big or anything like that. So I've just kind of let the ball roll downhill and ride it with it. You know what I mean? It's nothing that I've been pushing hard. Until I broke my foot recently, I wasn't even super focused on it or anything. I'm a truck driver. I'm a welder, stuff like that, and accidentally a content creator, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I like it, man. It's kind of fun. And something else is done, Donnie. It's thank you to all my subscribers and everybody that's watching, because this man has given me something, and this will be my advice to a lot of people watching, kids, stuff like this, grown-ass men that can't get their shit together in our lives, bro. You have to be able to focus on something. You know what I'm saying? And that something needs to be positive. Don't be focusing on outdoing old boy down the street with his rims. Don't be focusing on outdoing some guy with his rap. Don't be focusing on, this bullshit stuff.
Yeah.
This is giving me something to focus a positive thing, bro. Like when I lay in my bed at night, instead of thinking about, I wonder what I can rob or what the hell can I break into, I'm thinking, wonder what the next good video would be. Shit like that. So it's helped me in my life, man. You know what I'm saying? And should I tell them the good news, the big news I wanted to tell them?
Yeah, for sure.
And I saved this for Donnie Houston, bro, but I'm on my last couple days of parole right now, Donnie. I made it. You know what I'm saying? Never a violation. I passed every single drug test. No problems, and I made it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had this fear. I got goosebumps. I had this fear these last few months, bro. It was like a vice squeezing on my head, fam. Because I'm 3 times in. This is a federal case. You violate, there's some serious consequences. You know what I'm saying? And maybe this last week the pressure's relieving a little bit. I'm hearing Donnie Houston podcast. Shit's getting real. You know what I'm saying? I went out and bought me a whole bunch of new clothes yesterday, man, just because, fam, I've been like dressing like a bum, riding in a piece of, I'm not gonna curse so much, riding in a not too good car on purpose, living low key, staying inside the house for 3 years right now. I'm finna go buy me a new car. I really did go buy a bunch of new hats, clothes, shoes, and stuff last night. You know what I mean? Like, Tim Snow's coming back, man. But
Hmm.
not the criminal Tim Snow, the new Tim Snow. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here, man, and that's good. And I don't mind, like you said, fam, the personal stories, Donnie. I tell a lot of personal stories, and I tell a lot of the losses. But please, nobody out there think that we just lost every time. You know what I'm saying? I was part of a winning organization on the inside. You know what I'm saying? But if I sit here and tell those stories, what does that benefit anybody? I'll be just like the next person. I'll be like that rapper talking about his Glock and his stick and all this other, man. You know what I'm saying? That you don't have none of that on the inside anyway. You got a Fifth Ward boy said it a long time ago: a boxing game and a number for a name. That's all you got, bro. If you ain't got both of those, you messed up. You know what I mean? So these kids out here, instead of practicing all their raps and shooting, they better practice their boxing. That's a real, because they can get in there and be scared. You know what I mean, brother?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, well,
uh,
that's what it is, man. Well, shit, man. Tell me, because I mean, if you watch it, if you don't, of course, you have to, like, at this point, Tim's been in and out. You know what I'm saying? Prison a few times, man. But talk about just growing up in Galveston, man, and just how it was.
well, I grew up in Galveston County in Lamarck, and what Lamarck is Galveston's biggest rival. If you want to know the honest to God truth, okay, Lamarck is a 14,000 man city that's pretty much notorious. Okay, Galveston is the other spot, 50,000 men. So we've had this giant football rivalry going on. Lamarck is the only what you would consider a poor school with 6 state championships. We've had a hell of a talent there, but we literally beat Galveston in football like 46 out of 50 years. So, man, they catch us in the jailhouse, they whoop our ass, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Catch us on the street, they do. So, Lamarck was a tight, close knit community growing up. You know what I'm saying? It was really nice. But then when the gang stuff started hitting, Donnie, I'm 40 years old. You know what I'm saying? Gang stuff started hitting at about 1990, bro. By about 1992, crack hit full blown. We were the center of the epidemic down there. You know what I mean? When crack hit at about 92, I was 12. Big brother was probably 17. We had crackheads beating on the door, knocking on the window all night looking for him. You know what I mean? It was kind of this, well, we grew up down there, man. It was just, I don't know. It was normal, kind of what we seen for Lamarck, stuff like that, but it was definitely not no River Oaks or anything like that, brother. But I guess so. The main event that changed a lot of things for, I was telling you, when I was 12 years old, I was just at my mom's house asleep, getting ready to go to school, and the task force busted in the door. When the task force busted in the door, we didn't realize at the time Fox 26 News was with them. Okay, Fox
Wait, wait,
26.
wait, wait. Take it back. What happened?
Yeah, listen, brother. When I was 12 years old, okay, from Marque, Texas, here, big brother 17, already hustling, doing his thing in a big way.
What are you
Okay,
doing at this time at 12? Are you just a regular
man, at
kid?
at 12 years old, I'm idolizing Big Brother. Okay, here's the problem, and hence why I started a lot of this channel. At 12 years old, I'm idolizing Big Brother. Okay, excuse me. When the task force ran in that day, Big Brother had all his shit hid in my closet up there because mom be looking for it. Okay, so literally they ran in, had a warrant for him, opened my door and said, "Oh, that's just a little kid." Shut the door back and took him out. Okay, I go like, what just happened, man? I got all his work in the closet, and I know what. Okay, so yeah, I'm like, literally, man, what just happened? We don't know. All right, I go to school. I said, man, somebody came and got my brother, man. We don't even know if it was the cops. This is like, we don't know if it was a Jack Squad at this time, man, because they were doing that down there. It's crazy. So later on, he calls my mom from the city jail. He says, yeah, mom, it was the cops, and they got the news camera down here. And she say, don't talk to him, son. He say, it's already too late, mom, and hung up. And she got kind of mad, okay? Later on, Donnie, all right, they run the episode on Fox 26. You remember City on the Siege was a
Senior
big
Siege, yeah,
deal.
for
It was
sure,
the
for sure.
Houston version of Cops, bro. So when they come down and do one in a little small city, it was a big deal, okay? All week, bro, they run the commercial. and they focus in on my brother's face because my brother got this giant scar on his face. Why they call him Scarface? That's his name. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
He got that when we were kids. It was just an accident. But anyway, so all week, Fox 26 is focusing in on my brother close. Everybody in Houston is seeing this. They're running the ad maybe 10 times a week. Coming Friday, bus from Marque, Texas. And my mom is just embarrassed all week. You know what I mean? All week, I'm going to school telling my teachers and shit like, hey, we're going to be on Fox Friday. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm capping, dog. It's like fun. You know what I'm saying? I used to go with the food stamps, pull them out on the teachers, all that type of stuff. But anyway, so Friday comes. Brother's still in jail. We don't know what's going on. They say, this episode we're going small town with Marque pulling up, blah, blah, blah. And they talk about it. They say, this character here, he's well known, blah, blah, blah. And we're still wondering whose house they're pulling up to. We ain't seen the episode yet. And here they are pulling up to our house. Clear as day. You know what I mean? The task force jumps out, bro. First thing they do is walk to the mailbox and they verify the address. Like, oh, yeah, this is it. Boom. Kick it. You know what I'm saying? Come on in, right? And I'm like, damn. They show him getting arrested, show him the cuff. The next thing they do is show my brother at the station, man. Guess what he told these people, man?
Hmm.
He's been a damn fool since day one. They asked him, they say, son, what are you going to do about it? It's some pretty serious felonies. He said, ma'am, I don't give a shit about this. I'm just trying to make bond and go eat breakfast. And he
Wow.
said it on Fox 26, though. Like, why you would say that? Because now your district attorney sees this, your judge sees
You on
this,
the
your
radar.
arresting officer see
Yeah.
this, and every person in every hood seen it too. Okay, so let me fast forward just a slight bit. All right. When he gets back out, now he's got this reputation. Everybody's seen this white boy, Scarface, and Lamar got the dope. And they're walking up to the house going, he's a well-known character. They're vouching for him, the cops, bro. So his next move, man, he found a plug in Third Ward. You know what I'm saying? In Third Ward, when I was 12 years old, he
I got
got
the
back
town
out.
jumping.
Listen, yeah, he came. Well, he came, him and his partner. He had one partner. He came and got me. He said, Tim, you ready? And I say, for what? He said, we're going to take a ride because my mom worked all the time and I was with him when after school. And I'm like, yeah. We went to his buddy's house and he climbed up there, Donnie. He was 17 too. He climbed up, opened up the little vent and pulled out a McDonald's bag and counted out. And both of them had 14.5 at the time. That's how much a key was, 14,500 back then. And I'm just like 12. Now, man, I'm already idolizing these boys. I see this now. They're like God to me. You know what I'm saying? This is how kids are, man. I hate to admit this. As a grown man, nobody can do this to me anymore. But as a child, I'm like, oh, man, these young cats are doing it. Okay, down there, it ain't nobody going to say I'm lying. They were the first ones to pull the swingers out down there. You know what I'm saying? My brother kept the cars that beat everybody. Car show type cars. All the shit that I actually wanted, man. You know what I'm saying? This shit was positive, but later on in life, I realized that none of it lasts. It's all pain. It's all misery, and ill-gotten goods just don't last, brother. Excuse me. They really don't.
Hmm.
And here I'm gonna show this example, show my daughter hard work, show these kids all this shit. Like my body's still covered in gang tattoos right now.
Wait, so at what age do you get into the gang thing, and how do you become? Because I mean, you're a white Crip. Like
Yeah, yeah. Well,
this is very,
that's one of the things. That's the story. Yeah, they say that's very rare and shit like that. But in Galveston, that's not rare at all. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like pretty normal. Lamarck, the ethnicity is about half and half. You're half white, half black. And then if you're white, you're gonna either probably be chilling with the homies or in band class. You know what I'm saying? Playing saxophone or something. They kept them separate. So we was just never in the band class. When I was little, my brother's homies, we just started so young, man. And then he was one of the first generation that started when everything's jumped out. You know what I mean? When the movie's Colors, and that'll be the real truth, when the movie Colors hit, they were already doing that. And it just validated it. Because we had a homie named John Vaughn that moved from California down there that brought the real Rolling 60 down there. And see, a lot of them want to know how I came to Texas. Two ways, bro. Either somebody moved or people that's cold made it up. I'd say 90% of people that's cold made it up when the movie came out. But we're actually connected back to LA and they know it. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So more of that. validated us, thinking, oh, we're official down here. You know what I'm
Yeah, a guy from
saying?
Cali come down
Yeah,
here. We
yeah, yeah.
official
We're
rocks. Yeah.
official. A guy from Cali went to Beaumont, made them the 5'9" Hoovers on the north side. Shout out to all them homies up there. There were a few in South Park, how they became Five Deuces. Man, they were real California dudes. You know, like a lot of it spread, fam. But then, how about this? The shit's so watered down, it's unbelievable. Like, if you're still 40 years old, even claiming a gang, you're crazy. I'm just going into some old history. But the actual time when Zero first made his first song, talking about Five Deuce Hoover Crip, he changed Texas. You know what I'm saying? Every kid that didn't belong to anything, that didn't know what they was, now are Five Deuce Hoover Crips. You know what I'm saying? You walk inside of a Texas prison, and they outnumber anything almost, because Zero. Shout out to him for being so influential. It's unbelievable. You know what I mean? And one of my first stories, while Roe was leaving Pamela State Jail doing that "I Hate You Bitch" video or whatever. What video was that? I'm
That was
sorry.
I hate you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
While he was doing that video, I think in jail, I was showing up. The little African guard that's in the video, he was the coolest man on the facility, man. Like, he's the only guy to come change your channel anytime you want. You know what I mean? And he's the only one in the video. He put him in there, so that was real legit. But he was on the other end, and I was on this end. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, a lot of that comes. But my history, I guess, it wouldn't. If you knew us, it wouldn't be a big surprise. You know what I'm saying? And when I walk in somewhere, the first place, I got my first gang tattoo at 14. You understand? So if you're a white
So
person,
wait. So you get into the Crips to your brother? Or how do you? I mean, how do you?
you know, down there it wasn't even no initiation, nothing, man. You won, you won. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Yeah, your big brother's won, you're one. That's all it was, man. Shit like that. It was no official anything. You know what I'm saying? When I was first 10, 11, 12, 13, all my homeboys that I actually kicked it with all turned out to be the damn Mexican Bloods. And I'm like, hold on, but my brother's this big ass Crip over here, and this ain't right. You know what I'm saying? And that's when shit started being official. You know what I mean? But shout out to all them dudes too. You know what I mean? That's like 92, 93, and everything. But when everything became official, 94. You know what I'm saying? That was when everything became official. And something else I never talked about. I told you I'm gonna give you a lot of my life story, Donnie. In '94, big brother also had to go to boot camp. Okay, that's when I'm 14. When my big brother caught his time and had to go to boot camp, there was the boot camp on the Tascasita Road. I don't know if you remember that. It was a TDC boot camp. Okay, I was more like a lost kid. Like, what am I supposed to do right now? Everything I was getting was coming from him. He got the call. And I had a friend, listen, that was from Corpus, that was getting a big ass settlement. And I'm talking about a big settlement. And he told me, he said, bro, when I get this money, I'm moving to Corpus. You want to come? And he was turning 17 when he got his money. And I was like turning 15. And I said, yeah. He was like, for real? And I said, yeah.
So you ain't in school or nothing? Just
Man, yeah, I was in school and everything. Check it out. Hated school. All right. I was actually on his juvenile probation at the time. Me, shout out to my homie Roy. He passed away. About 6 of us one time. We're 12 years old, bro, playing at the little elementary school. Get in trouble for being all over there while it's closed. It was the most petty shit ever on this little juvenile probation shit, right? Feeling that stress, whatever. Took off. I literally ran away, though, bro. That night when he was leaving, I packed up all my clothes, took everything, and just left. And my mom and them woke up the next day and everything was just gone. You know what I mean? So what happened was I literally got down there and called my dad. I said, hey, man, this is where I'm at. I'm not coming back right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm safe. I'm with my buddy. Don't worry about it. I ain't just missing. I ain't dead. I'm doing me. And they literally had no choice. Me now as a father, my 14 turning 15-year-old kid done it, I'd be terrified. But they had no choice. I wasn't coming back. You know what I mean? So I linked up with a family down there, Donnie. When I linked up with the family down there, I love them, man, but the father ended up going fed. Okay, so maybe I didn't link up with the best people, but they treated me right. You understand? So what they were doing was back then, before 9/11, bro. I don't know if you know, before 9/11, the checkpoints going into Texas was literally like a phone booth. Okay, when it rained, it closed. So you had men in Houston, men in Corpus, men in San Antonio who specialized in going through them checkpoints and bringing shit back. And I met some people like that. You know what I mean? When I went down there, I was from Marque. I was a little more rough and tough. When I started running the security for the guy, like If one of his kids that was working for him out of line, I'd take care of that shit. Like, it was easy, man. Like, really didn't have to do much, hang out with the guy. But I stayed there till I was 17, man. He went fed, and I said, I can't be down here no more. You know, I'm on my own. Again, I'm like a chicken with his head cut off. I'm still a kid. So I say, let me go back. Okay. As a child, I'm still thinking this is what I know, okay? When I get back to the Marque, everybody's knowing, hey, Tim, you just been down in that valley, man. You know some people down there? And I'm thinking, bing, yeah, I do. And everybody's like, well, take us down there. Man, Donnie, 2 days. So it turned out being 2 days after I turned 17, actually. I got my first felony coming back from Mexico down there. We didn't actually go to Mexico. You go to McAllen and come from McAllen. But you had to cross through the Falfurrias checkpoint. So, bro, literally in my life, I was the youngest man ever in Galveston County Jail at the time.
So what you get caught with?
We had 8 pounds of weed is what it was. Nothing like, not even much. We're 17 years old, 8 pounds of weed. They cost $200 each down there. It was a drought up here. They were going to be $800. And they weren't even mine. I was getting paid $50 each to help them get them, bro, as a stupid-ass kid. Think about that. You know what I'm saying? So here I go, ruining my life at 17 years old. And this is the thing. You think kids, you think, man, oh, that wasn't nothing. That man just got caught with some weed. No big deal. Oh, yeah, it's true. Okay. You get caught with this marijuana, guess what happens? You get put on probation. No big deal, right? Shit. It is.
That's what you don't want, yeah.
Damn. Grace said it a long time ago. R.I.P. Grace. I'd rather do my time. I don't want them people in my business because that's what starts happening. A young man catches his first case, Donnie. He's scared to go to jail, so he takes probation. He starts feeling that vice squeezing on him like I told you I've been feeling lately, but it's immense. My vice is little because it's leaving. Their vice is getting bigger because the time is rolling. You know what I'm saying? As you're on this probation, my man, you see your friends having fun. You see your friends doing this. Your friends light up this goddamn blunt. They do this shit. And here you are. And you're like, guess what? Now you violated. You're going to prison. You know what I'm saying? That's how I went the first time. Violated on probation, bro. You don't think you're going?
So you like 18 the first time you go or what?
No. The first time I went, I was 24. You know what I'm saying? I finished that probation, though, right there. No, hell no. I got 2 years probation for the weed case, finished it. All right. End up coming up here to Houston and got caught at Breakers. You remember the after hours on Breakers?
For sure, yeah.
Got caught with a gun
What year
up
was
there
that?
and stuff. Huh?
What year was that?
2005 at the beginning.
Wait. Okay, so let's go a little bit before that. Let's kind of stay on time.
My bad.
Let's talk about cause you say about the DMX video. You know
Yeah. That was fine. Yeah, that was a DMX video.
But
What
y'all
year
gonna
was
make
that?
me lose my mind.
99, right?
Yeah,
That was 99. Okay,
yeah.
well, see, that was another thing. See, everybody always want to know why I say in my videos I knew Screw. Bro, we knew Screw. What can I say? We knew Screw. We knew everybody that was there. You know what I'm saying? Because Club Connections was the spot in 1998, in 99. You know what I'm saying? Every Sunday, that was the spot. Screw would be right there. You know what I'm saying? SPM was right there. The whole Dope House was there. Everybody was there. And that club was actually owned by people in Texas City. My friend, Rocky Merchant, rest in peace, was a black cowboy. You know what I'm saying? But Rocky was super big, and he was famous for knocking out a bull. Like, he's the only man in the world probably really knocked out a bull. But he was official security in there, and he was my best friend. So we ran around unofficial security in Screw's favorite nightclub, dog. You know what I mean? So we got to know all them.
So what was some of your interactions with Screw, and then we'll talk about someone with SPM
I mean,
as well.
you know, it was just like friendly, bro. Like, Screw was the coolest guy ever. Come on, man. People, fam, man, I don't know how to say this, man. God bless Screw, because he was the coolest person ever. He was the realest legend, but he was the nicest, most normal guy ever. Like, bro, that dude was not on no publicity shit or I'm DJ Screw. Never like that, Donnie, man. You could walk dead up to him and go, Screw, I bought you a drink. And guess what he'd do? Drink it. He never go, I don't even know you, fam. Nah, he drank it, man. Screw, you want to hit the blunt? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He was the most normal person. ESG used to stay in there with us all the time, man. It was just, that was the spot. Like, literally, that was at the time when these guys were coming up and trying to get their publicity on and being in the spot. I told you right before Big Steve died, man. He was in there with us with a. If anybody remember Mafio, he had a lime green outfit and he was in there wearing it with a lime green top hat that day, man. You know what I'm saying? And then we hear about him dying. Like, damn, you know. But back then, see, these guys are legendary. But you can ask any of them when you see it was no problem to walk up to any of these guys in the '90s, shake their hand, and be cool with them. You know, and it's still like that right now. Any of them. Shout out to PSK 13. Listen, PSK had a shirt for you and me, and couldn't make it. His girl had a flat tire, so man, shout out to him and the Reckless Clan. But all these guys, man, Donnie, you know, they're just normal people, man. But people kind of, I guess, I don't know, get music confused with reality. You know, so I think. I'm one of the first people to come on and be in a public light without trying to put on any type of act. And that's the real truth. That's when I say I tell the losing stories. I'll tell my real life stories and shit like that because, you know, right now also I'm 13 years in driving trucks. I'm a cold ass welder. Hey, listen, welding, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if anybody out there knows, you can raise your family and live in a big ass house being a welder or a truck driver. I don't need YouTube or none of this shit. You know what I mean? So, uh, I don't know, man. I'm just trying to be me and show these kids out here that you can be yourself, bro. And it's
Yeah.
okay if you lose a fight sometimes and just normal shit, bro. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. But now the DMX story, real quick.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. DMX, now that's the real fact. Shout out Baby Ronnie from Galveston. Now, listen, Parkland, Texas, Sandpiper, man. That's the #1 hood in Galveston. Still exists. If you Google, where do the Galveston police go most? It's over there. You know what I'm saying? That wild as hell. All them boys, my partner Katie and everybody. But 99, dead ass limousine roll right up into the hood. And everybody's like, what the fuck is going on? Big dude jump out. He straight up said, hey man, DMX is in the car. Who got that dip? You know what I'm saying? Who got that dip? Straight up. Well, shit. Apartment 23. You know what I'm saying? Man, knock on the door. Get the two and jump off with DMX, bro. And we're like, what the fuck? None of us knew at the time. Nobody knew. You know what I'm saying? Because the phone, everybody's phone lit up. I wasn't even out there right there. My partner Roy was out there though. Roy Lopez, rest in peace, was there, and that was one of his best friends that actually served the bodyguard. But we didn't even know he was shooting the video, man. He didn't tell nobody in Galveston that he was pulling up and shooting the video. He invited nobody there. How does that even happen, Donnie? How does a man close down the city one day and just pop up? But he did it. Like whoever put that money behind the man, you know. And then, of course, later on we come to find out that was one of his problems in life. He was smoking that dip. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah, now that dip was a thing, man. At one time, man.
It was major in my city. Listen, that was a lot of people's problems. You know what I mean? And one of my big homies, one of the first times I knew that was a problem, I rolled up to the hood. I seen him out there with some cowboy boots on, butt naked with a handful of crack, serving somebody. And I'm like, what the? And he just kept continuing on doing it all day. Nobody called the cops. Nobody gave a damn. And he was just normal out there, man. You know, but that was one of many, man. Rest in peace to Vince Shea Lewis, man, because we had a homie jump off the causeway, man, and kill himself doing that. You know what I'm saying? And he was well liked, loved guy, man. You know, I don't know, man. Marque, Texas, last year, if you Googled what is the murder capital of Texas, it was Marque last year. And it's been Marque a bunch of times. You know what I'm saying? Like, about the time when City on the Siege came down, bro, we had CNN down there doing a peace treaty. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was pretty real, man. Our crime rate usually beats Fifth Ward. It usually beats South Park. Usually beats Third Ward. It's right there with Dallas, shit like that. So, honest to God, here's another thing that I'm gonna announce to everybody because all my subscribers are gonna watch this, fam. I promise you. Uh, Texas Prison Story family, how about this? Y'all help me do it, man. And I did this. The day that I complete parole, family, I got my house packed up, dog. I'm moving my daughter out of Marque, Texas. She ain't gonna stay right there no more. And I'm proud. I'm about to put some tears on that. Hey, listen, I'm moving my daughter to the country, Donnie. You know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna never see a gang member again, fam. My daughter ain't gonna know what a crackhead looks like. None of that shit because I'm moving her to one of the smallest towns in Texas. I already got the house situated. I got the power turned on. I got the light, water. And say daddy's just ready to move in, bro. You feel me? So Like, it's unbelievable. The shit changing.
That's amazing,
You
man.
know, like,
Congratulations, bro.
thank you, brother. And that's some of the power of YouTube. How about that? You'll see it too. You're seeing it yourself, man. Like, I don't like to talk about it too much because it seems like bragging. But you know, on my Facebook, I do boast a lot because nobody is happy for me. And I don't care. Honest to God, listen, when I watch, I'm from where Peso is. Shout out to Mario, his daddy, man, is my homie, okay? When Peso started his rise, guess how many people in Galveston County was happy for him, man? Shit, me and about 5 other dudes. You understand? And I literally knocked off so many sorry ass homies for life that I've had off my Facebook and said, fuck y'all for not supporting the first man to ever represent Texas City, Texas. Because he'll do an interview right now and they'll say Houston. He'll go, no, Texas City. And even though we're from Marque next door, I respect that, bro. Because you do not have to give up your identity to become somebody. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't got to be Tim from Houston. I'm Tim from Marque, the little bitty ass city, man. You know what I mean? And for the simple fact, when I started seeing nobody being happy for me, I started being happy for myself, man. Because goddamn, if you don't be happy for yourself, Donnie, who will be happy for you?
Facts.
If you don't talk about yourself, who will? Nobody.
Facts.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? And in this process, I've even lost some homies in the industry because I do have rap friends and shit. And the reason that I've lost these friends, and salute to them, you know why? Because I cold ass dead looked them in their eyes and asked them, how much have you invested in yourself this year? Because I've invested in my fucking self in my channel, fam. And every one of them said, man, fuck you. Because they get to this level. See, men get to this level where they feel like they've reached a pinnacle where they no longer need to advertise. They don't got it. They're just themselves. And that's why nobody's watching them. They're not making no goddamn money. And they're falling off, dog. And I'm at 40 starting to come up, you know, because I am including people. I'm not trying to hate on nobody. I'm trying to help the friends and shit. You know what I mean? Like, there's no negative involved in my shit, bro. I'm not putting no negative karma on myself with this. If somebody asks for some help, I do it. Hey, if somebody asks me, Tim, share this video out for me, I share it out. There's other channels out here. Donnie, man, shout out to this channel. I'm not going to say his name, but he's in Houston. He's probably I'm 3 times bigger than him, getting 10 times his views. And he's charging people $300 to share their shit out. And I guess he's getting it. But I do it all day for free. You know what I'm saying? And salute to him. But homie, that's not why I did this. You know what I mean? And a lot of the people comment and tell me they rock with me because they see me doing that type of stuff, bro. You know what I mean? In this prison genre, see, I know a lot of your people don't know about that. In this prison genre, most of the guys do these videos. Most of it's look at me, I'm this, I'm that. You know, they're beating on their chest. They've never one time brought in their homie and helped him get a channel. I've actually helped 4 people get channels right now, Donnie. You know what I'm saying? That can change their lives. Shout out to my man, Mr. Larry, 42 straight years in. My brother, Saucy D TV. My homie Tony, stories written by a current prisoner. He actually just passed me in subscribers, and I helped him get started. You know what I mean? My channel. And I even got a channel for my daughter. I didn't talk about that. You know what I mean? So by the time my daughter hits 10 years old, she'll be rich.
Yeah.
How
So
about that?
let's talk about I mean, you saying you went in your first time, it was 2005. So
2005,
what's the first charge to go in for that, to go to state jail?
State jail. I was at Breakers, dog. I got caught with a empty bag of some residue and a pistol. Straight like that. That was my first actual, because see, the marijuana charge, Texas has something called deferred adjudication. When you complete the probation, that's off your record. So when I got caught with the gun the first time, I was not considered a convicted felon, okay? That was an illegal possession of a firearm. That in Texas is a not as serious as felon in possession of firearm, okay? That would be just like you never been in trouble, but you got that bitch stashed under your seat without the license or something. But anyway, so they pled that off. About 10 days, I stayed in Harris County Jail for about 10 days, dog. I got in like 3 fights in there. It was crazy as hell in there. They put me on the 4th floor. And man, that's a whole nother story. The lady that booked me in Harris County was so racist, it was unbelievable. That's when I had them gold teeth back then. And she straight said, take them gold teeth out. You want to be beep, the N-word. And I say, ma'am, these don't come out. And she said, "Oh, I got a place for you then. I'm going to send you to the worst spot we got." And I was like, okay, well, whatever. I didn't believe her. And then when I got up there, I said, I think they just sent me to the worst place they got. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
It was pretty wild, but it was all right, But yeah, so I Harris County's so efficient. I never seen this. Listen, man, when you catch a case in Harris County, if nobody's ever done it, you're gonna go city jail right there, Macawa. That's where they shot me. Bam, Harris County. I'm looking at this TV screen, bro, with the judge, okay? And I'm sitting here now. This is my first time in life in Harris County, man. When they caught me, that's when I was actually in the process of doing a deal. Listen, I never even talked about this with Reese. They used to do the gold teeth on airport. Okay, me and Mr. Reese was gonna get a booth together in the trading center in Corpus, and Mama Screw had already had me a price for the shirts for $7 each, bro. I was gonna take them down to Corpus and sell them because I'm from down there too. You know what I'm saying? That's where I end up running away to. So in the process of trying to do this with Reese, I'm getting caught. You feel me? But I'm in one of the screw shirts where it had the CD back then. It was blue.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the law was like, "What you know about that?" I'm like, "Man, leave me alone." You know what I'm saying? Coming to Harris County. What I'm saying is I get to this TV screen and I'm like, all right. They read my charges and my shit ain't too much, like possession and a gun. I'm like, all right. And then dude, the guy sitting next to me had literally just went on some rampage, dog. Kicked in his chick's apartment, shot her, shot some security guard, went on a high-speed chase, and they're detailing all this shit. And I'm thinking, damn, he's fucking fucked. This guy's life sentence or something. And then the next guy to me was like some kind of child molester, bro. It was bad. And I'm like, man, this is serious as fuck. This is my first time now, grown-ass man going, oh, this is pretty fucking serious. But in my life, I've always had this ability to just not show any emotion, kind of just be like, oh man, and just look around. You know what I mean? So I'm doing that. Nervous as hell, dog, no lie. And this is what most men won't admit to you. Now I'm way out of pocket. I'm not even from Harris County going in this jail, okay? They take me in. We go into the holding cells and shit. Check it out. They move you from holding cell to holding cell. And this is where it gets crazy. And there's some more music shit. When they take me into one of the holding cells, guess who's in there, bro? 3-2.
No shit.
He's in the holding cell. 3-2's in the corner back there with a bunch of kids around him telling them stories. And they're treating him like God. And when I sit down, 3-2 kept looking at me. And he kept looking at me. And finally he said, man, I know you, man. I said, yeah, you know me, man. We done smoked so many damn times together, man. And he came over there. Because see, 3-2 would be at connections too, bro. You fire something up, and it was what 3-2 like. 3-2 coming, dog. You know what I'm saying? And he was notorious for that. And you know it. Everybody know that. Then later, when we started hitting Carringtons on Saturdays and shit, here's 3-2. That's our boy from Connect those. You know what I'm saying? And Connect 2000. So I'm actually in Harris County Jail. My first time, first day. Here's 3-2. And I'm laughing like, damn, man, this the governor. You know what I mean? So,
and this is 2005. That's crazy.
Yeah. 2005. I don't even know what the hell he was in there for. You know what I'm saying? But we end up separating, okay? I end up shooting onto the fourth floor with the dude that just rampaged and shot the woman and everything. That's the tank they sent me to. And basically, the only reason I went into this tank was because that lady sent me there on some racism shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all it was, man. So shout out to her. If she ever sees this, she ain't break nobody. You know what I mean? She tried to. But so I go in there, Donnie. And Harris County's so efficient. Within that same week, you get a DA. He's talking to you and offered me a deal. State jail. Okay, yeah. All right, sign it. You know what I'm saying? Sign the state jail. Go up in there.
How many years?
It's only one.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? In state jail, it's going to be maximum 2, but it's day for day. Okay. Sign that. Go to state jail. Now, when I walk in state jail, I'm having no idea what to expect. My first ever tattoo that was gang related, I used to have a upside down 5-point crown right here, and it said LKK for Latin King Killer. That was what we was doing. We was kids. You know what I'm saying? So I'm knowing I got this at intake. I'm seeing the gang officer, and he's saying, oh, yeah, we got you on file, blah, blah, blah. You're going down here. Okay, so all I know is this. You hear 2 things, okay? Walk up and punch the biggest guy you see in jail. You better never do that, dog. You're dead if you do that. Or if you're in some type of organization, family, gang, anything, you better the first second you get there, find somebody and tell them. So literally within the first hour I'm there, they running wreck. and I see all the homies locking C's and everything, and I just go over there and say, hey, man, I'm from Marque, man. This what it is. And they say, what? They say, for real? And then check this out, though. Okay, here's where everybody gets the white gang thing. When I got there was already a white boy from Baytown. I can't even remember his name. He had a giant crown, Hoover, everything Hoover on him. You know what I'm saying? Big time. So there was already one there, but I was rolling 60. He was Hoover. They don't even associate. Okay, so that's kind of like a little, I guess it wasn't so hard for the homie to accept another one. If I'd have been the first, maybe it'd been different. I don't know. Anyway, so they take me onto the rec yard. A lot of people, and he's from this side, a big homie named Polar Bear. Okay, Polar Bear was a big ass dude, and I mean like big man. So he was calling the shots, and they just said, you gotta talk to Polar Bear. So I'm like, what's up, Polar Bear? And he's like, what's up? And like he didn't even know what bro, we were all young. He didn't even hardly know what to do at the time. Like, so what's up? You know what I mean? Like, I'm here, fam, and it was cool. Okay, I get this dumbass little note though, bro. And that's what it really was. Listen, the note was some little test that they was trying to do. And I knew it was going to be something, but I didn't know what, okay? The note says, hey, a homie down the way fought some dude and broke his hand, and he's down here. They need you to take care of it now. And I'm like, what the fuck? I say, is this serious? Like, this note is tiny, bro. And I'm like, this is crazy. But I actually show it to show it to somebody. Like, yeah, man, that's him over there. Turned out, bro, long story short, there's no way I could whoop this goddamn dude. They sent me a note on an unattainable mission. You know what I'm saying? Just to see if I even go try it. So what the fuck else can I do, man? I'm scared right now. Like, if I don't do it, I know y'all fools from Houston will have no problem stomping out this white boy from Galveston. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna happen in the first 10 seconds. So fuck it. What he says is you gotta do it at rec, but they never call rec, so don't worry about it. Then the first right there, wreck. Right away, wreck. I'm like, God damn, here it is. You know what I'm saying? So honest to God, listen, the man shooting basketball, and I'm just supposed to go up to him and fight him. And I'm like, say, fam, he wouldn't even pay attention to me. I'm like, say, man. And I pulled his ass, and then it swung, hit his ass with an uppercut. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Dude took off on me, but all the homies came. They had it planned out, man. We're just gonna mash this dude off the fucking prison and get him the fuck out of here. But I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally thinking, dog, I hope they don't let me get my ass whooped. But they didn't. So, real shit, what happened was that very first time, for the simple fact that I showed no hesitation, fam. No hesitation at all.
Good.
I was excellent. There was never even one other time where I had to do shit in no state jail. You know what I'm saying? Everybody would say, oh, man, that boy was cool. You know what I mean? And it was respect from everybody and stuff like that. So, but check this out, Donnie. This is where the state jail shit kind of affected my life, and I never talked about this. In intake of Pam Letcher State Jail, they bring you in and ask you about your education. Have you had a GED? Okay. A lady said, any of you men would like to be truck drivers? Everybody in the class raised their hand except me. And she picked me to be one of them. She said, I'll pick you. You didn't even raise your hand. And I said, what? They had a program, listen, at Top Street State Jail, which was like this shit downtown. I don't know, it's a trustee, where they would send you over there and you go to U of H truck driving school. And I actually got picked for it. Got on chain, went over there. The man seen that little funky ass tattoo I had and sent me back and told me no. So, like, I was this far away from being a professional CDL truck driver, and that shit burned me up, dog. I'm one of those guys to where if I had something coming, I want it coming. You know what I'm saying? So the entire time in state jail, I'm thinking, man, I'm supposed to be over there getting this truck driving shit. You know what I mean? And then just didn't get it, bro. I got out. I literally was out 5 days, dog, and went back to prison. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay, that's the second time you go back to state jail?
went to TDC for 3 years on that one, dog. I was out 5
So
days.
what happened within that 5 days?
5 days, I didn't learn my lesson. 5 days, I gave no shit about life. 5 days, I felt what happens to a man, Donnie, jail will do two things to you. It'll break you or make you stronger. And there's no in between.
It broke you down.
No, it made me way stronger in the wrong way is what it did. See, when you go into jail and you win your fights and you do what you're supposed to do. You come out going, that wasn't that
There's no
bad.
fear.
You have no fear of going back, man. And there's a human ability to forget the bad parts. So when a man comes home, and it's not just me, it's everybody, dog, you start remembering the domino games. You start remembering the little cigarettes you smoked and the wine you drank, the fun. You don't remember the nights when y'all were on lockdown, starving to death, man. You don't. You literally, your brain erases that type of stuff. You know what I mean? It's just what you do with trauma, man. People get raped and can't remember it later. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. It's a human brain, man. It just does weird stuff. So what happened was, I hit the streets full blast running and tripped in 5 days. I
Mm.
literally was driving through the neighborhood, man. These guys were fighting, and I had stuff on me, and I said, I need y'all to get out of my way, man. And they turned on me, and I pulled out that thing, and I said, nah, homie, I need y'all to get out of my way, okay? And somebody down the street, all they seen was this white guy jump out with the burner and put it on everybody and call 911. You know what I'm saying? So here come this felony, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now I got an assault on a whole crowd of people, because in Texas, if you just pull it out, it's the same thing as shooting it. You know what I mean? So now I got this case, bro. I got this case. My lawyer's telling me, I think we can beat this case, son, because they were fighting and all this other stuff. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm holding my, I'm beat this case, Donnie, about to beat this case. About 3 months later, I'm riding. It got pulled over, and I had 27 X pills in my sock, bro.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So guess what? Can't beat this
For sure.
case.
Yeah, he for sure ain't beating
Can't
that.
beat this case
Yeah.
now. Okay, so here goes some more stuff, and I want everybody to pay attention and listen, because it's some more shit that I try to educate and tell people. The deal that I was offered, Tim, will knock off the aggravated assault. You'll sign for 5 years right now on those X pills, okay? Or we'll knock off those X pills, and you take that 3 years for that aggravated assault. Me being an idiot, I said, 5 or 3? Man, 3. Give me the 3. Okay, but what happened was, listen, in the state of Texas, if you sign for anything aggravated,
That's what I'm gonna say. It's
the jacket stays on you for life, for one. You're aggravated
But
for
you going to a
life.
tougher jail for sure. Yeah.
You're going to a worse jail. You're going to B01 where I went to. You're not making parole. You're discharging your entire thing, and you're fucked on a small number, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or I could have took the 5 and been home in about 10 months, man. And I would have not been an aggravated felon. I could have had that over with, but I just didn't know. Like,
Took
honest to
some
God.
drug classes or something.
Took some drug class and been
Yeah.
done with it. Been on with my life truck driving. Had no idea, man. Instead, I took the damn 3, went into the jungle. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up, that's the real truth.
What's some of the wildest stuff once you got in there that you saw?
Well, honestly, listen, my very first day is my biggest story. You know what I'm saying? And the the entire trip about prison is watching the new men come in. If you really want to know the truth, bro, because my brother LeVic did a video about that a lot of the chaos and shit in there is orchestrated on purpose. You show up, things seem chaotic and unorganized, and they make it like that on purpose to see if you break and you're stressed. So the craziest shit that I would see was men breaking right away. Like, honest to God, man, there's guys that will catch out. And Pam Lynchner, bro, listen, at Pam Lynchner, that was the wildest thing that happened for a long time. They had a Hispanic guy over there that was supposed to fight one of the Bloods in the lockdown dorm. He tried to climb over the gate, get out of there, and got trapped up there. Like, Donnie, there was a Mexican man, and it was beams like this, listen, with a fence that goes around it. His body was physically stuck up there. And his homeboy started throwing shit at him, dog, because he embarrassed him. You know what I'm
Damn.
saying? Like, they were filling up water bottles, tossing them and hitting them with them, just like, you know what I'm saying? And he couldn't, he was stuck. They had to bring out a thing to get him. You know what I'm saying? That was some crazy stuff right there. Man, TDC was just, yeah, it was wild, man. It really is. See, the thing that people don't understand is slavery is real. Do you want to be a slave in 2020? If you do, go to jail. You know what I'm saying? And the realest, honest to God shock about Texas prisons, my man, and this is what nobody will tell you. if you watch Lockdown Raw and all this shit, these guys in California, everybody's buff. You walk into a maximum security facility in Texas, and everybody looks like they're dying. They're gray. They're pale. They're malnutrition. You know what I'm saying? They don't feed you, so your first 10 minutes, it's just like a bunch of haunted ass ghosts staring at you, man. And it's real. It's no game. And those guys are dead men walking. Like, who the fuck wants this, bro? Nobody. What is the worst thing I've seen? Shit, of course people got stabbed. There's a lot of stuff, man. But a lot of my story involves no tough guy shit. Listen, when I got to Beto One, which is one of the worst prisons in the state of Texas, one of the worst in the nation, the gang officer himself looked at my file and asked me, was I serious? Was I really gonna do this? And I said, what choice do I have? Yeah, I'm serious. And he told me, good luck. Okay. And I'm like, damn, man, when this GI tells you good luck, it's crazy. You know what I mean? But on a 5,000 man prison, bro, he put me in the cell with a man from my city. The only other man from Marque, Texas, my brother Dale Allen, man. He was already over there for about 6 years. He probably already knocked out 20, 30 fucking dudes. You know what I'm saying? With nobody playing with him, nothing. And when I walked in, all they had to do was ask him, hey, is this white guy real or not? And he said, yeah. And it was, of course I got to do what I got to do when you get there, but I was under no suspicion. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I would have showed up not knowing anybody, maybe it would have been suspicion or, nah, my brother was right there and it was cool. And when you get to a Texas prison, everybody there has to fight a couple of their homies. Like, that's for real. That's a real heart check shit. And my boy actually gave me his tennis shoes to go do it in. And that was like so major, man. He didn't have hardly much in there. So I'm wearing my buddy's shoes that I know knocked 20 or 30 people out, and I got to go fight two people. My biggest fear was just losing. Like, I can't come back and just tell my homie I lost. I want to go in there and win. You know what I mean? But, of course, I didn't go in there and win, but I did all right. You know what I'm saying? So then later, I interviewed the guy that I had to go in there and fight. So I got that on there, too. You know what I mean? But the prison shit, a lot of it is, a lot of it I keep coming to my channel to see some of the gory details, dog. But there's a lot of crazy stuff. They're real. Booty bandits are real. Penitentiary extortion is real. Drug dealing is real. You know what I'm saying? Guards selling ass in Texas for $100 bill is real, bro. And it's unbelievable. But see, the real honest to God truth is the feds outdid that 10 times to 1. And that's the crazy part.
What do you do to talk about what you do to get to the feds?
Well,
And this is years later after you
years
get out of
later.
TDC, right?
Now, see, that's where my story gets crazy. Now, I know I'm hopping around because I'm nervous, and I'm sorry,
that's
brother.
cool.
You know what I'm saying? But I literally stayed out of trouble over 10 years, okay? When I got out of TDC that time, I won't say it broke me that time either, because it did make me stronger. But being on Beto One right there, watching everybody suffer, leaving guys that are never gonna go home, grew me up fast, man. I'm like, fuck this, man. I'm gonna drive these trucks. And I did it for over 10 years, Donnie. And my big brother that we was talking about, and all that time, he had about a 20-year run, never got caught. He caught a case, and he got 50 years, man. Honest to God, it was terrible. When my brother got to 50 years, he wasn't ready. Like I was telling you, see, the state of Texas has a category that we can outdo all 49 states called G3. Okay, if a man comes in Texas with 50 years or more, he can only live around men with 50 years or more. You understand? And my brother had the bare minimum. So at 50, that's like a misdemeanor in G3. You understand? These guys got multiple lives without parole, 99 stacked on top of each other. My little brother was short, didn't like to fight. He paid somebody to come get you before he did it himself. You know what I mean? He had enough money to do it type stuff. But on the inside, it's every man for themselves. And that's kind of what he didn't know and wasn't ready for. You know what I mean? But
wait, so this is your younger brother? So what about your bigger brother? Okay,
yeah,
but he was small though. You saying?
Yeah, he was older but small. I'm 6 foot. He was like 5'6". You know what I'm saying? Didn't like to fight. But when he got in there, he realized. He even told me himself. He said, "Oh my God, I never even knew shit like this existed in life, man." He said, "This is crazy." And I say, "Just do the best you can, man. You know what I'm saying? Hold it down." And he was doing his time on Bill Clemens' unit with only 4 friends. He said, man, it was 3 other guys from Galveston County. They were all solo and rough. And Bill Clemens is a hell of a prison. But what he was doing was trying to come home, bro. He had a lot of money at the time. He exhausted most of that fighting in the free world. And he just called me one day and said, little brother, if you can bring me $65,000, I'll give you that house I got. And Donnie, the house was nice, bro. I mean, like, the house was actually like a family house that he bought from my uncle. He built on the porch, just so it was nice. I don't even want to explain how nice his house was, but it was beautiful, dog. For 65,000, and I wanted to keep it in the family. And I said, well, I only know one way to get 65,000 quick, dog. And I quit my job and just did it, man. And I got up to 40. I got to 40,000 bucks, and they caught me coming back from Corpus with the gun and a bunch of money, dog. That was it. Okay, and what I was doing ain't no big deal. You kind of put 2 and 2 together. You feel me? But when they caught me coming back,
Was people on you, or this was just like some routine
no,
traffic
brother.
stop
Guess
shit?
what happened, dog? Listen, it was one of the weeks that they were pushing "see something, say something" to these truck drivers. There was a little girl that had looked out of some damn SUV and was getting kidnapped that week, and all on the news it was "see something, say something." And I'm a truck driver. I was leaving. I stopped in the truck stop to give me something to drink, and the man just said, "Hey, there's a weird vehicle here," and called the cops. I don't even know why. The report just said suspicious car, bro. And they weren't used to seeing a car pull up, I guess. I don't know. It was bullshit. But anyway, they stopped me. I got the money right there, the gun. You know what I'm saying? That's a state case. Now I got felon in possession of firearm. TDC. I'm in Corpus, down in Nueces County Jail, mad as hell, thinking I'm not fixing to get a bond because I'm not even from this county, okay? Then all of a sudden, bam, bond. And it's cheap. I'm like, what the fuck? I can make that right now on my books. Make the bond, Donnie. Get out, come back. Okay. Here's why I'm stupid. They let me out, and here's the feds following me, trying to figure out why was this man coming back from Corpus Christi with all this goddamn money and a gun. You know what I mean? So they want to know. So literally for 5 days, bro, I'm driving around doing shit with the FBI or whoever.
You
ATF.
still hustling and still whatever, still trying to get it.
Yeah, cause now I know I'm going to jail, dog. What am I supposed to do? You understand? Now it's for sure. I'm not hustling to get 65,000 for a house now. I'm hustling to get my money for jail, my lawyer, and everything. I done fucked up my life, dog. I'm knowing as a grown man, I just ruined my life, man, and I don't know what else to do other than just keep going. That's how fucked my mind was. You understand? And lots of people are like that. Right now, I'm like, what the fuck was you thinking, boy? You know what I'm saying? Like, really, it doesn't even make sense. But at that time, that was perfect sense to me. Oh, just keep going. Fuck it, man. You caught now. Okay, so literally 5 days later, bro, man, I ain't even talked about that. I love my mama, but listen, 5 days later, you know what they did? These feds are dangerous, man. My mom likes to play them gambling machines in the store. They came up to her, introduced themselves wearing their fucking vest and thing, and told her they had a federal murder warrant for me.
Damn.
Okay, come on, man. They said, ma'am, we have a federal murder warrant for your son, and we need your help to get him out of your house safely because I was over there. And she said, a what? And my mom just literally said her heart dropped because she thought I just had killed somebody. It was a lie, bro. They were lying to my mama, okay? And they were clearly just trying to get her to sign entry permission because she owned the property. She said, I will not do that. She said, I know my son. No, I will help you get him out. And they said, well, okay, if you can help him get him out. So here's what my mom did, Donnie. My mom tried to set me up, bro. And mom, I forgive you. And I told you a million times, I love you. I don't care. Because it was for my safety, bro. What she did, my mom called my baby mama, which was not my baby mama at the time, and said, hey, my car just broke down, and I need Tim to come get me. And she said, nah, I'll come get you. And my mom said, no, I need Tim to come get me. And she said, that sounds weird. You know what I'm saying? So she came home, bro, about 100 miles an hour. She pulled in the driver and say, Tim, something's bad wrong. Your mama wants you to come get, and the house is surrounded. And I looked, bro, and literally my house was surrounded. I didn't know. What they were waiting on was some type of visual confirmation, okay, just to make sure I was there. Donnie, they literally just raided me right then. Feds everywhere. And I ran inside and locked the door. When I locked the door, my mom told him that my nephew was there, but he wasn't. Okay. She thought he was. He left. She didn't lie to him, but he had left since she was gone. So now the federal agents can't storm in here because I'm known to be armed and dangerous with a child now. Okay, so we just had a cold ass standoff, dog. And during that standoff, like, I went crazy during the standoff. I don't know what to explain. Like, I was Facebook posting, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see y'all later for dropping out weird shit, just not even knowing why they were there. And I'm like, why are these people even here? So look, I go back to the door and I say, why are y'all even fucking here? And the guy says, you missed a court date, man. I said, no, I didn't. You're lying. And I shut the door. And I just panicked, dog. Like, honestly, you come to a point where you panic so hard, you just stop panicking. Does that even make any sense? You're just like, okay, I just panicked, and that didn't do no fucking good. Now what? They're still here. You know what I mean? So then I say, well, what the fuck, man? I can't stay here forever. I went to the door and just told him, I say, I'm willing to come out peacefully, but you have to allow me to turn around and lock my door because I was not fixing to let them come in here and give me no extra charges. Not admitting that I had nothing in there or nothing like that, but y'all come in my house, you might stumble on something. I don't need this. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. So they actually told me no. The federal agent walked over there and said, let them do it. So, bro, I got a digital lock on that door that my brother had put in for my mama. I literally got to come out with my shirt off, turn around, and lock my door without them shooting me. You know what I'm saying? It was the scariest moment of my life, turning my back on an armed task force, bro, with machine guns and stuff. But they did it, man. I came back out, got on my knees. The lady cuffed me and said, ATF. And I said, ATF? Oh, my God. What do y'all want? And she said, congratulations, your case just went fed. And I just was like, oh, man, I didn't even know what that, like, what to think, bro. What do I think now? Damn, I just went fed. Because normally you think fed, life sentences and shit like this. You know what I'm saying? But it was serious. Have you ever heard of the Armed Career Criminal Act? Nobody's ever heard of the Armed Career Criminal Act. Check it out. If you have 2 violent cases or 2 drug cases in your life and you get a gun case, they can give you 15 to life, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Then I was like dead ass 1 case away from the Armed Career Criminal Act, dog. When I got into the county jail, I had to call my mom and say, Mom, man, I ain't worried about that shit that happened. I need you to Google and tell me how much time I'm even facing. And fam, I got a few people that they're gonna talk about it on my channel. Like, literally, I was on the phone like this, Donnie, with my mom, and she said 15 to life. And when she said 15 to life, my motherfucking knees started knocking, bro. Like, what? And I dropped that phone, was like, and then my homie said, what's wrong? I said, she said 15 to life. And she Googled it wrong. And that's all. I was like, oh my God, I found out, man. I almost got it, though. Got in there, and there's so many men in there, just 15 to life, 22, 23 for guns, man. That's just something that I can never have anymore. You know what I mean? Shit like that. But Donnie, in Beaumont, BG was there, Twisted Black was there, Lil Third from Botany was there before. You know what I'm saying? Like, musicians was there, dog. Corey Blunt was there. I walked the track with CB. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was on a whole nother level in life. When a man, now you go fed, you got you 2 choices when you leave them doors. You know everybody in every goddamn state. Do you want to go do that? Or do you want to get your life together? And this time I just picked get my life together, dog. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to CB, because that's what he's doing too right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, every time I'd walk the track with Corey Blunt, you know what he'd ask me about, bro? How do you get that money in them trucks? And I'm talking about owning them. That's all you want. I'm almost positive Corey Blunt is going to pop up with his trucking company pretty soon. I ain't even talked to him since he come out, but I watched him sit there, plot and scheme up a trucking company in his head, and he's a man that makes shit happen. So I'm pretty sure I might drive a truck for Corey Blunt one day. You know what I'm saying? CB hired me, I come do it. You know what I mean? But real talk. But I'm sorry I'm rambling, man. My bad. Go ahead. If you got anything you want to ask, bro.
Man, talk about your brother, man, your older brother, man.
Well, I got 2 brothers, man. Listen, shout out to Scarface. That was my big brother, man. He was a damn legend down there. And He got 50 years, man. They railroaded my brother, dog, but that's what they'll do to you. He had a case that was for 10 grams of cocaine, okay? Not very much. He was riding around partying. They offered him 10 years several times. My mom, everybody begged him to take this 10 years. Said no and got 50 at trial. You know what I'm saying? That's how that happened.
Damn.
What I always talk about my little brother, though, check this out. He's not my blood little brother, but Jacob Wallace, all my life, has been like my little brother, him and Charles, that I was their big homie. You know what I'm saying? Jacob Wallace was, I don't know how to explain it, he was on an entire different level. Like, he was the $400,000 house in the Woodlands with the other house in the other place and the other spot. My brother had four houses in the hood. He had four mansions. He had the car. Remember when Anise Parker got elected mayor and she rode in that fifth wheel car, the red one? My brother had the other one. There's only two of them cars in the world, and we still got it right there put up. You know what I'm saying? That's the world famous car. That's the level he was on. He had a 600 Benz with 52 blow on the plates. He had a H3, everything. And one day, Donnie, this is how the game goes. A guy just called him up needing a favor, and my brother did it for him 2 times. And the guy paid him both times. That third time he needed a favor, he killed him. You know what I'm saying? We never found his body. And that motherfucker disappeared. Like, honest to God, that's how the game goes. Like, listen, fuck, sorry. Jacob Wallace, rest in peace, wherever the fuck you are. And that boy that did it got a lot of karma coming to him. You know what I'm saying? Because in this world, brother, no body, no crime type shit. And they were never able to locate his body. You know what I'm saying? So basically what happened, a man called him and said, I need you to come drop something off with me. And they never showed up nowhere, never came back home. Then this guy came home to Texas City wearing my little brother's jewelry.
Oh wow.
Yeah, then him and his wife took off to Mexico, abandoned the car in Mexico, came back, and just been living their life normal ever since, bro. You know what I'm saying? Left, abandoned their children, and just left, man. But check this out. Nobody on our side has ever hunted those people down. Nobody's ever said, man, we're going to kill these. No, you know what every one of us always said? Karma is a mother. Man, karma will get you, man. God will take care of that. And right now, that man is facing multiple felonies time and got drug case, him and his wife. Like, and then this is the thing. His district attorney knows that he's number one suspect in a murder case from Texas City. So you better believe they're going to max his ass out. You understand? That's what you do. See, you get away with one thing in life, it'll bite you in your ass down the way, bro. So don't even try this shit. Like crime, man, we got cameras now. We got paid informants, rats, man. Bro, be like Donnie Houston, make killer ass beats, music. Be like Tim Snow, drive a truck, weld. Donnie, we're showing these kids ourselves, bro. Like, crime ain't it, bro. You know what I mean? So I salute you, man. Like, I didn't even realize you were 35. You know what? I kind of, the shit that you've done and the name you got, how'd you get that at 35? You know what I'm saying? Like, see, honestly, that's not even a serious question. That's a compliment, though, brother.
Yeah,
Like, at
appreciate it, man.
35, you've accomplished shit that men will never accomplish. And it's casual for you. You understand what I'm saying? It's normal for you because you've been doing that. You're on that level. And this is why I'm even talking about this, is what I've realized and what you'll find out too. And I hope you don't. But there are people that just cold don't want to see other people succeed, man. They'll hate on you, they'll lie on you, they'll shit on you. And that's what prison is about. Who the fuck wants to go and be in a little room full of men that hate you, that don't like you, that will steal from you, kill you, and everything? And that's what we got to teach these kids. You know, everything that I'm saying, and when I talk about my life history, I would talk about it and say I'm not proud of none of that shit. None of this, man. Anything that I tell you, Dottie, is stuff that I will never meet a person in life and tell them. You understand? There will never be a time where I meet some guy on the street and go, hey, man, I used to do this, I used to do that. My name's Tim. That would be the dumbest shit in the world. That would get me fired from a job. That would get me looked at as retarded. See, I'm doing this right now knowing I'm putting myself and exposing myself and I'm gonna be everybody's big brother, dog. How about that? For the kids that don't need it, and I do have a lot of them reaching to me, man, you wouldn't believe how many people are out on bond right now that reach out to me, scared as fuck, man, and need advice. And you know what they really need to hear?
Hmm.
Bro, it's gonna be all right. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's what's up,
there's
man.
so many people they just need to hear, bro, it's gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right, man. And I have literally got to tell about 1,000 people, man, you're gonna be all right. You know, and they always thank me and like, man, thank you, man. And I guess the reason I tell them stories, like, if I can make it, anybody can make it, Donnie. Shit, I ain't no Superman.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah.
know. Well, so that's just what it is, bro.
That's
And
what it is,
it's
man.
working.
That's
So
what
I'm
it is.
proud of myself, and salute to everybody that's not been part of it, but salute to everybody that has been part of it. You know what I mean?
For
And
sure.
we're not stopping, bro. That's the thing. It's growing fast.
That's what it is, man. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Texas Prison Stories, man, on YouTube, man. Check
And
out
y'all
Tim
make sure
Snow.
y'all subscribe to Donnie Houston too.
Man, for sure, man. Check it out, man. I appreciate you coming through, bro.
For real, brother. Me too. And I'm going to put you on my channel, and it's going to go big, Donnie. I think it is, for real, because I'm going to push it. We're going to promote it, man. And this is just a little touch of myself. And if y'all want to see some, like, real, actual story, I kind of BS Donnie a little bit on the stories and stuff because
No,
that's
and
my
I
channel. You know what I'm
that's for
saying?
his channel. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
yeah,
but
definitely check out his stories. He has a lot of in depth stories, like I said, personal stories. You know what I mean? Just real dope. It makes you feel like you're right there. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling somebody, like Tim Snow's like he's just a really good storyteller, man. You know
thank
what I
you, bro.
mean? A really good storyteller, man.
Do you know these people are telling me that I'm born for this? I've had like over 1,000 people tell me that in the comments. Bro, now can I brag just for 1 second on myself? I'm
Yeah.
averaging right now over 20 views a minute, per minute, every hour of the day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week right now. This shit is on the rise, man. I'm averaging over 3,500 subscribers, and I know you're on my ass right now. Donnie's on my butt, y'all. He's coming up quick too. Both of us are averaging thousands of subscribers a month. You know what I'm saying? The views are going up, and we're doing something for Texas right here. I mean, you're putting on for Houston with this musical stuff, and I listen for 1 second. I want to talk about Donnie Houston's channel for a second because, hold on, you brought on Lump, and he's told us stuff that we never heard of. You brought on Jay Prince, man. That was like magical. You brought on Zero. And I want everybody that's checking this out, that subscribe, watching this because of Tim Snow, y'all better hit that bell, man. And that's all I'm going to say. You're the man.
Man, I
And
appreciate
I
it,
feel
man.
honored.
I
This
appreciate
is
it,
my
man.
biggest honor in life so far. I'm on the Donnie Houston show, bro.
That's what's up, man.
And
I
big
appreciate
salute,
it,
man,
man.
to everybody.
I appreciate it. That's what's up, man. Well, check it out. It's the Donnie Houston podcast, man. If you're not subscribing and you're watching, man, hit the subscribe button, turn the alerts on. You know what I mean? Check out the
Hit that
website,
bell.
DonnieHoustonWorld.com. You know what I mean? Check out the merch.
Buy one of them shirts, too.
Yeah, get the shirt. We got the DH logo tees. You know what I mean? We got more merch coming. We got the stickers coming. We got the live show coming where we gonna when we hit the 10K, we gonna go live and I give y'all a
Can't
number.
wait.
Y'all can call in and we can talk. Everybody be asking me, how can I be on the show? How can I be on the show? Whatever. You can call me. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Whatever the subject is. You know what I mean? We'll come up with some cool shit to chop it up, man. But hey, man, it's the Donnie Houston podcast. Tim Snow, Texas
Prison
Prison.
Stories, baby.
For sure, man. Hey, we out.
Donnie Houston.